What's up guys, James here from BootWizard Boot Reviews, and today we are looking at a pair of boots from Umbro. Now back when I was growing up, Umbro were a huge deal. They sponsored the English national team, Michael Owen was wearing their boots, the Umbro speciali was everywhere. You remember that Roberto Carlos free kick? That's right, he hit that wearing a pair of Umbro boots. However, as is the case with a lot of brands these days, they were bought out by a bigger company, namely Nike, who basically stripped them of all their assets and then they just resold the name off to somebody else. So Umbro are in a little bit of a rebuilding process at the moment, but they do still hold some weight with that Umbro name. But does that mean they're actually making good products? We've got a full review of this coming soon, so remember to like the video, remember to get subscribed to get that content, and let's jump straight into the unboxing of these. So taking a look at the box, this has got some retro vibes to it, which I don't dislike, but Umbro are definitely trying to cash in on that 90s nostalgia at the moment with their clothing lines, and clearly a little bit with their boxes and merchandise as well. So these are the Umbro UX Accuro 3 in partnership with D30, which you can see labeled here on this instep pass pad. Before we get into D30 and what on earth it is, let's just take a look at these boots, and I think they look great. I think they're a really nice looking boot, but a boot in black and white with a fairly matte black sole plate, a couple of little see-through stud touches. It's never really going to look that bad, is it? So the upper is a mesh-based material with a top coating, but then on top of that, we've got these elements that have been added to them. So I suppose you could call these striking elements. You've got the cage that runs across the front of the boot and the pass pad on the instep, which are all made out of D30 foam. So D30 is not a product that's owned by Umbro. D30 is an individual, separate proprietary technology that is used primarily as something for protection. So the UK Ministry of Defence has even had this fitted to helmets. You can find it in knee pads and all kinds of things like that. And the reason for that is because it absorbs energy. It is a non-Newtonian material that when you apply energy to it, it absorbs that energy and changes state. So it actually gets harder when you apply energy to it. So something you will be able to see straight out of the box just from here is that these are a very slim profile boot. And normally I don't discuss anything about sizing in a unboxing, and I only discuss it in the review. But I have to tell you, if you're looking at these boots, do not buy your regular size in the UX Accuro 3. They will be too big for you in the length, even though the actual silhouette is very narrow. So I said on the whole, I do like the look of this boot, the complete blackout, the little touches in the sole plate with that matte finish, the little Umbro logo in here, the couple of little blackout D30 logos looks very cool, and then the one accent in the Umbro logo, which is actually a little bit of a silver color rather than white. But I do have to call out the fact that although I do like the rear of the boot and I like the external heel counter, because I generally do like external heel counters, I'm not sure how I feel about this little extension piece here. It just makes the boots look a little bit strange and almost looks a little bit like it's been stolen off Adidas for no particular reason. Something else worth mentioning is the fact that this does not have a one-piece upper like you'll find on most boots these days. This is a burrito style tongue. So if you've ever seen Lionel Messi's boots, it basically follows a similar idea. So the tongue is attached at one side and wraps round into the other side of the boot, same as the Copa 19.1 or 20.1 does. The Soleplate looks good. It is very traditional, 4 conical studs in the base and then 6 conical studs with 1 bladed support stud there. There is nothing spectacular to write home about here in terms of either looks or the actual studs themselves. I don't dislike the shape, I don't dislike the stud pattern, but there's nothing particularly to get excited about either. So do drop down in the comments what you think of the looks of the Umbro UX Accuro 3 in this blackout colorway. Remember to like this video and get subscribed as well, because there is a full review of this coming soon. And remember to click over here because I'm doing a giveaway for a completely free pair of Puma 1 5.1s, and you don't want to miss out on that. Well, that's all for today's unboxing. I hope you've enjoyed it. Have a good one, and I'll see you soon.